red line.
Hey, put a 1 in the chat if you can hear. Put a 1 in the chat.
Turn it on and check to see if it come up. I mean, it's gonna turn your volumes. Do it again. Make sure that mic's plugged in. Having a few difficulties on there. You're broadcasting, right?
Yeah, contact. It's the one.
How you know?
I just heard.
Let me hear it. Turn it up. Okay, good. All right. So we good, right?
Go.
Okay. Wow. Okay. We good?
Go.
All right. Let me see. It's a small screen. I can't see anything. Mic's on? Shalom, Israel. With I.S.U.P.K. start off 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Under Commander General YAHANNA, where we teach blacks, Hispanic, and Native Indians make up the 12 tribes of Israel. We're not affiliated with any other Israelite group. Officer Zakshapar teaching the Lashawan Kodash class here in Greenville, South Carolina. As we do every Friday night, we're going to teach I.S.U.P.K. We're going to teach the ancient Hebrew and the Syrian Hebrew. And of course, the ancient Hebrew is the original language that the Most High gave us. The Syrian Hebrew is a language that we had in captivity, of course. And that's what the Most High has given us is the original language. We call it Lashawan Quadash. You know. And that's what we have. Let's see. We have who have in the chat? What you got?
We got
Got a few people.
Chupa Nayar,
Chupa Nayar,
Chupa Kalatazar.
Chupa Kalatazar,
Yeah, that's it.
and yourself.
Right.
Right?
Concept.
Any more comment on it? Right?
Also, sorry, putting in
Yeah.
attendance. And got a Kazamar.
Okay, good. And of course, put up, you trying to get your Israel name. A lot of people have gotten their name in the last 2 weeks. We've given out a lot of names in South Carolina. That means it's growing. We're growing, and as a school. So that means if you desire to be in South Carolina or anywhere across the nation, you put your name here in the chat. We'll refer you. But of course, you're in the South Carolina area. Make sure you put your name in the chat. If you are Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, then you will be part of the I.S.U.P.K classes that we have offered online here.
Right.
So we're gonna get started here. We're going to we want people to put in the chat as we do every week. How many? Let's see. Hebrew is written from right to left. Just remember, from right to left. Hebrew. Why do we need the Hebrew classes? We need Hebrew classes because it helps you actually to study the Tanakh, and the Tanakh, and it actually helps you study what's in the Bible. Because Hebrew is written in two languages, Hebrew and Greek. The first language that the Most High has given Adam, or for that matter, and even in our lineage, it's mentioned Hebrew. So we go the holy tongue. We say Abba Gada Hawazaka Tayakala Manasa Ipataza Kwara Shata. That's what you would call our alphabet, but those are really Hebrew characters. They're picture forms that we have up here. The top line is the ancient Hebrew. The middle line is the Syrian Hebrew. Of course, the handwritten is the bottom. The Syrian, like I say to repeat again, is the characters are different. They look different, but they sound exactly alike.
Right.
And by the way, how many characters are there in the Hebrew? Anybody know? How many characters? Right in the chat. We mention this every week. I just want to make sure people know, all of the students out there, even if you're a trooper and write it in the chat. How many characters are there in the Hebrew? In the, let's say, the ancient Hebrew.
We got an answer.
How many?
Chupa Kalatazar said 22.
Trooper Kalatazar says 22, right?
Right.
All right, and how many are there in the, well, let's clap it up for the brother. Right, exactly right. Because he's been in the class, he understands. How many characters are there in the Syrian Hebrew? The sounds are exactly the same because it's the same people making it. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are making, this is our language. It's not the Yiddish stuff that you pick up. Oh, that's garbage. You can pick over that with some, that's Yiddish language, that's German language. But what we learn here is the two languages here, and they've both got the same sounds, the ancient Hebrew and the Syrian Hebrew. But a lot of people have copied off the Syrian Hebrew and gave them different sounds.
Right.
But the sounds go, like we said again, Abagada, Hawazaka, Tayakala Manasa, Ipataza Kwarashata. That's who we are. But But the Yiddish people will say something that you can't even understand. It's like they're spitting on themselves or whatever. What, we got an answer there? What we got?
He said the Syrian, right?
Right.
Now y'all and Trooper Kalapazar said 27, but Kalapazar added, he said 5 in ending character.
That's exactly right. That's the ending characters are how many?
5.
5, exactly right. Clap it up for Nayar and Kalapazar, exactly right. There are 5 ending characters in the series because those characters were added. I'm assuming the Assyrians wanted to do that. A lot of people said, oh, you guys don't know what you're talking about. Listen, if you're not Black, Hispanic, or Native Indians, then you really don't have the authority over what we're saying anyway.
Right.
But if you're a Black, Hispanic, or Native Indian, we're under command of General YAHANNA, and we've done the research, man. You know, we don't have to sit up here and try to guess or nitpick. We understand who we are.
Right.
You know, that's in I.S.U.P.K. we do. People out there in the world. That's the reason why you said, oh, we don't understand. That's why you don't understand.
Right.
I said if you're Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians, get into the I.S.U.P.K. Okay?
Right.
Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge under commanding General YAHANNA. You ought to have a leader. And that's under commanding General YAHANNA. Okay? That leader. Just like when Jesus was on the face of earth, or Yahweh, he was a leader. Poor John tried to take over because he thought that he thought that his baptism was the one that was take over, right?
Right.
The baptism is, that was, Christ said, look, he gave John a chance. Said, look, man, come follow me.
Right.
John should have put away that baptism pool, right? And you got the wicked pastor still out here trying to do what? Wash people up,
right.
Put some soap on them, wash them up, and think they're gonna be leaders in their community. And the wicked pastor, all he's trying to do is what? Karate chop people out that I've seen lately. Want gold watches and gold chains.
Right.
And that's no kind of leadership. But we don't do that here in the I.S.U.P.K, man, under command of General YAHANNA. We know who we are. So when we teach Allah Shawan Kwadash, we're teaching the authentic of the beginning. Authenticity, man. Authenticity.
Right.
It's like tongue tangler.
Right.
But that's what I'm saying. When we say Abagada, Hawazaka, Taya Kala, Manasa Ipataza Kwarashata, that is in the ancient and the Assyrian language. The only difference is you have to learn the symbols here. And all you fake camps out here, man, we don't mind you joining the class so you can learn something, but acknowledge, man, by getting the I.S.U.P.K and find out the command of General YAHANNA who you are.
Right.
That's the thing. Understand that. Understand that you don't stay out there and guess at this language. Talking about Shalom. What is that? Where they get that from? Where they get that from, Akaz?
Get that from that the fake Jews over there.
The fake Jews, Shalom. Shalom. Come on, man. Come on, man. This is ridiculous that you gotta sit up here and be on division. And Commander General YAHANNA calls everybody home on the I.S.U.P.K. so you can learn your language, you can learn your class, your law classes, your brotherhood class. What have we got, Akaz? Brotherhood classes, scriptural breakdown, man. Your history classes. This is what you want to learn on I.S.U.P.K. and of course the Lashman Quadat.
Right.
Well, that's what I'm teaching tonight. So this is what we're trying to get people to understand. So we'll start off class. What I want you to do, we're learning prepositional phrases. What did we say? 22, 25. Okay. How many vowels are there in Hebrew? Let's type that up. How many vowels? How many vowels? There are people in the YouTube also want to check that one out also. How many vowels are there? Salaki. Sometimes people get in that on the you check your phone sometime or check the other. We want to say how many vowels are there in Hebrew. That's important to know. Because if you know how many vowels there are, then you'll understand how to pronounce the language. It's like in the oppressor's language that we have here in America, right. We speak an English, a broken English at that. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And we have A, E, I, O, U, sometimes Y, right? I think there's 6 of them, right?
Right.
5, yeah, 5, sometimes Y. But those are the vowels that the oppressors have established. I mean, they all kind of words like I might can do it. They lie.
Right.
I might. You have no words. You let your conversation be what?
Yay or nay.
You said it again.
Let your conversation be yay or nay.
The Bible says let your conversation be yea or nay. So we got la or what? Con.
Right.
Yes or no, man. We're going to go around here and say we might do something. Come on. You know, that just, you know, yea or nay. I mean, we might be able to invent a word like that, but that's not our language, man.
Right.
You know, that's what the oppressor has invented and come across, and because he wants to lie, man. You know.
Right.
He wants to lie, and in America, you know, they give homage to them Yiddish people over there, fake Jews coming over in the our homeland over in Israel, man, where we came from.
Right.
You know. So what we got? How many vowels are there? Somebody wrote it up in there.
It's collapses. I said comma. That's ending characters. No, nobody wrote it yet.
Well, what does it got for what does Kalatazar got for ending
You
characters?
got comma na patazah.
He got ka, ma, na, pa, tazar. Clap it up for him. That is ending characters. That's exactly right. But of course, now that you got the ending characters on the Assyrian, tell me what the vowels are in both of those languages.
Right.
Both of those types of Hebrew. What do you got, Kalatazar and Nayar and Lakamawan and who else?
And Ratazah.
Ratazak. Okay. What do you got? How many vowels are there? Let me know what they got.
Yeah.
What you got here, man? Show the situation.
I'll turn it up.
Huh?
I'll turn it up.
Nah, man. We need something. It was just too cold, you know.
Okay.
Ooh. All right. What we got?
There's nothing yet.
Okay. Well, tell them. I mean, I don't know. How many vowels are there?
There's 2 vowels.
2 vowels. What are they?
And I.
The ah and the I. Like right here.
Right.
Right here. The ah and the I, right? Like that. And the I. Sort of look like that, right?
Right.
The ah and the I. Those help you, just like they help you to form the sounds. You gotta have them. You gotta have the ah and the I, right?
Right.
The ah and the I. Okay, so we've established the ending characters, the ah and the I, right? How many vowels are there? Ah and I, of course. How many characters are there? 22 in the ancient and 20. What did we say? 20 and 5 more, making it 27 in the Assyrian.
Right.
Okay. So who's that?
We got Trooper Lakamawan.
Lakamawan, yeah.
Check it in.
Glad to have you, Trooper Lakamawan. Where's that from?
Check it
He's
out.
down there in Columbia.
No, I think
Anyway, he's down there in South Carolina somewhere, right?
Right.
That's our trooper, man. Just got his name. You know, let's clap it up for all the troopers, man, and our women that have gotten their name here, man. I'll name them. Let's see, Nayar, Lakamawan, Trooper Nakamawan, Trooper Nayar, Trooper Kalatazar. We had the Sus Aisha Yala's rib would be Raya. Okay,
Right.
so okay, let's okay, yeah. Now, and what are connectors? If anybody in there, what are the connectors that we have before we get into class here? What are the connectors?
Right.
Y'all tell me what the connectors. What are connectors? You've named the 5 ending characters in Assyrian, so what are connectors? Wait for some people. Got anybody on our YouTube? Might be over there. Sometime I check it. What are our connectors? Okay. What we got?
A common one said, he said dependent and independent connectors, which gives the word its sound.
Say it again. Read it again.
Said dependent and independent connectors, which give the word its sound.
Yeah, it gives the words its. It helps connects the sounds, right?
Right.
And he's right. Clap it up for him. Yeah, that's good. That's a good definition. He's exactly right. It's right, Trooper. What was that? Lakamawan?
Common one.
Yeah, the independent is when you have a. They look like this. We'll take the time, man, because there are people. Y'all got to understand. Y'all feel that y'all know that there are people looking at this class and they wonder what these things are, right?
Right.
They wonder, so we have to put them on the board. We have independent, and dependent.
Right.
And they are called connectors, right?
Right.
And those connectors, they would go on a word. You'll see some of that on the board behind me here when we go into class in about a minute here, further in the class. Well, these are connectors, an upside down U, and they connect sounds. That's what Lakamawan was saying.
Right.
They connect sounds, man. Like if I wanted to say a word, I would make sure and they only occur in the ancient, right?
Right.
And if I wanted to say a word, I would put that word, in the ancient, independent connectors to help me pronounce or enunciate the word. They help share the sound independently together, or they help connect two sounds together. That's what they are. You know, that's a way of doing it. And now, in most languages, what they've done was made it where you have the sounds in words. They don't put connectors, so it's hard to understand sometimes what the words are. But it's easy when you put independent, dependent connectors in there. And in the Hebrew. Hebrew is the original mother language. It's the mother of us all, man. It's the language that we've learned. So it knows, and it's out of it. All languages can be understood.
Right.
You know, in other words, you know, no language is better than our language. So we got to understand that, right? Okay, let's get started here. What we're gonna do is I want you to go over. Let me see if I can find we'll give you guys an assignment. While you're drinking the yarn, getting your water, taking your time, I want you guys, I'm gonna point at this sentence here. Well, I'll just underline it. That sentence, underline it right there in green. I want you guys to tell me, transliterate that in English. What is this? This is a phrase, okay? Tell me what this phrase means. Tell me what this phrase means in Hebrew. It is in ancient Hebrew, because in Assyrian wouldn't be there necessarily. Tell me what this phrase means. The one I have in green. Tell me what that phrase means. You know, that's what I want you guys. That's your temporary assignment right now, right? That's what we'll let them do. The troopers on there. I'm looking for class participation here.
Right.
We was going to get up StreamYard, but we had some difficulty, so we'll try to get it next week again. Okay. So listen, up here, take your pencil and paper out and write out what that is. In order to translate something, to make a transliteration out of it, the first thing you have to do is understand your own English and write down in here what that sounds like in English, and then we'll find the word that fits that.
Right.
So tell me what it is. Only the one in green here. So y'all work on that. We'll give you time, all right? That makes sense? Y'all take your time. Let's see who they got in the, if they got any people in YouTube. I don't think they got any people yet. Y'all work your pencils. I mean, y'all at home, so y'all in class, so y'all participate online unless you're working on an assembly line or an office or wherever, or you know, something's going on. You know, take your time and learn the Hebrew. Take your time. Tell me what you got. This class, prepositional and possessive adjective phrases, man. You know, that's what we're going on. Preposition and possessive adjective phrases. Just a few sentences and phrases to help learn the study guide of prepositions and adjectives. Okay, possessive adjectives, okay? Just like you when you were in school, we're in school now. You got StreamYard in there, don't you? Huh?
I don't think nobody went in yet.
Oh, okay, but it's up there.
Right.
Okay, good.
The common one, the common one.
Yeah. What do you got?
Yeah, Ratazah.
Here, can you use your phone? Can you see that from your phone?
My phone?
Yeah, can you see it from your phone?
No.
We'll log in the class and you'll be able to see it. Right? You'll be able to see, can you see the chat from your phone?
Yeah, I should be.
Okay, well here, right up there what he has, when you get time.
Okay.
He's got, the common one has something for it.
Okay. So you want me to type?
No, just write it.
Oh, you want me to, okay, I see what you're saying. Sorry.
Oh, you mean type it in the chat, you mean?
Alright, I'm gonna have to take a picture because I can't.
You can't see.
I can do it.
I just go in the chat knowing what I do. There you go. And just right above there, yeah, sometimes it does that. Right above there what he has. In English, right?
Alright.
So that don't work? Well, let's get one that works right. How about that? Oh no, that get a black one. Hey, give me those two back. All right. There you go. Write down what he has. You ain't gonna be able to write backwards like that, is you? Write it, you're trying to write backwards. No, just go ahead and write it, just write it the way you would write it in English.
Oh, I see. So it's like.
Yeah, you start from the left to right, because English is written from left to right. And get you a good eraser. He doesn't have over there. Yeah, you can't. You're trying to write it above it exactly, and it won't work that way because we can't write backwards because that's not the English language, you know. No, just go over here and just start writing that. Just write down what he has. Erase that R. Erase that. we write from right to left like they deciphered, and what you got to do is write it from left to right because it's English, right?
Right.
Okay, there you go. Write English exactly like it should be written.
Right.
Go ahead. What is that? Yah? What is that? No, man. You're trying to write it right above there. Just write down what he has. He ain't got it, I'm sure he ain't got it written like that. Okay, erase that. And write ha. Just write it down left to right, that's all. Just like you normally would write, right? Ha. Yeah. Write it down like, and we'll see what it is. Because, you know, we can't write backwards like that in right. We can't write right to left in English.
Right.
Okay, that's all I'm saying. Just write down what he has. You got you some room there? What is that? Is he right? Is that supposed to be, is that 2 words or 2, what's, ra, put ra together with it. You've been a long time, you've been in class, huh?
Mm-hmm.
There you go. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. You have to write it down exactly what that is. Okay. Looks like he has it perfect. Right? Anybody else? Check him out. See what everybody else got. Anybody else?
Collapse. He has the same thing.
You got the same thing?
No,
All right. All right, just decipher what they got down. Just tell them, translate what they got. What you have, you've written it down.
Right.
Well, go ahead.
I wrote this
Read it out loud so that everybody can hear you.
Aratiza YAHANNA.
Hayam, all right. And that's right? Let's clap it up for him, right? That's the translation. Because if you point to it up there, ha's back there. In the translation, yeah, there you go. Ha, there you go. Go ahead.
Aratiza YAHANNA.
Yeah, now what does that mean?
Yum. Oh.
Yeah, this go. I got it written up there.
The earth.
Yeah.
It means the earth and the sea.
The earth and the sea, right? Okay,
Right.
now write the earth and the sea right under there. Yeah. The earth and the sea, right? Right. Yeah, there you go. It's all right. Now close that D up, make it look like, yeah. All right. Okay, good, very good. The is the same thing as ha. Go ahead and explain all that.
Right. Okay. The word the is the same as ha.
Yeah, speak up loud.
The word
What is the?
The
Yeah.
is ha.
But it's a preposition, isn't it?
Okay, right.
Then right above that, up there, a preposition. It's ha is a preposition. P-R-E-P is, you can abbreviate it. P-R-E-P, period. Okay. Now that the is actually a preposition. Somebody has something up there. What you got?
Just hand claps.
Who's that?
Kalatiza.
Lots of I like that. Okay. So we have the as a preposition because we're putting it right before us. We're preparing the earth, the earth. Because we could put in earth, by earth, of the earth, but we chose the earth. So explain the earth there. What is
Okay. Okay. Aratiza
right?
is earth.
Right. That's the word up there, Rapza. So
Right.
that's just a noun. Put it in up there for noun. Yeah, it's just a noun, right? All right. I mean, that's what's in school. That's noun. It is a noun. A person, place, a thing is a noun. In this case, the earth is a noun. All right. What's the next one there?
Okay. You got and,
Mm-hmm.
which means walk.
And what is and?
And is a
Preposition.
Another.
Right above there.
And is another preposition.
Okay. And is joining. It's almost like a conjunction too, I think.
Right.
Because it's joining two things together. Conjunction. So and is actually a preposition that we use in Hebrew, right?
Right.
All right. And what's this other word here? What is that? Okay. No, we got walk.
You got the
Whoa,
again.
whoa. Yeah. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You got the again.
The is what?
Is another preposition. Which means ha.
Are we missing something up here? Hayam. We missing wa. Wahayam. No, that's right. Okay. Yeah, no, that's right. And the, what's ha?
Okay, ha.
Mm-hmm.
Ha is the. Ha is the.
And what is the?
The is another preposition.
Write it up there. It's a preposition. It's not a preposition so far, right?
Right.
All right. And what is the yam? What is that, man?
Okay, yum. It means see.
It means see, right?
Right.
Okay, so is a see, what is a see? A verb, noun, adjective? What is that?
It's a noun.
Okay, right above it, in for now. See how this is? And it helps you understand the types of speech that we have. Pull your chat back that way so I can see the whole screen there if you could. Baba Kwashah. The water. The other way. Yeah, there you go. That's close enough. And then blow that. Yeah, there you go. Okay, that's good enough. I just need to see what was there.
Good.
Okay, good. So we got what? Read that. We have the earth and the sea.
Got the earth and the sea.
Yeah, and so we use and explain the when we talk about connectors, we will tell people you can never get enough of this because the more sounds mundane, but the more and more you use it, the more and more you understand what these connectors mean, what the prepositions are, what they look like in a sentence.
Right.
And this is a sentence phrase. It says the earth and the sea. Now, it's just a sentence that I made up necessarily. It's not necessarily a phrase, but I'm pretty sure the Bible has this somewhere in it.
Right.
So we say Ha'arataza Wahayam. That's how we had talked way back then. So you guys write that in your notes and, write all, even the, I tell you what, erase that over there.
That's right.
Yeah, erase all that. See, I want you to write that in Assyrian, okay? For people, because I had some people call up sometime, oh, y'all do a lot of Assyrian. Okay, well, we're going to put some Assyrian up and put the earth up there in Assyrian. Just like you got Ha'arataza. Put it up there, yeah. Always right from right to left when you write in Hebrew. You're not going to be able to put it all, you may have to use another line, right?
Right.
Go ahead. This help you read into the Tanakh also, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm. Okay, go ahead. Now that Tazah kind of look, it's got to be the same height, right?
Right.
All right, go ahead. Stuff is important, man. Nah, got to bring it all the way down. You got to make it, because when people look at it, they got to be able to believe what you've written, because it looks like the chart, right?
Right.
Okay, this is how you want to do it. That bottom line is not the same as the bottom of everything else. Right?
Right.
So fix that. If you're going to do it right. All the way down, all the way down, all the way down. There, now, there. Isn't that better?
Yeah,
I think, what is that? That look like the Tazah? No, that's close enough. I'm just making sure. Okay, got it. All right, what else? Yeah, well, you ain't got enough room for that. Put it on another line. Yeah, put it on another line. Yeah. That is the earth, right?
Right. Yahweh.
That's Wa, right? Okay, what else?
Another Ha.
All right, well, go right to it. Yeah,
Yah.
yeah. What else?
Ma.
Now what's wrong with that? Move that chair out of your way there. Now, what's wrong with what's now who we got in the chat over there?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell y'all to check it in.
Matayala checking in, another trooper. So, what's wrong with what you got there? The troopers gonna pick up on it now. Come on, you officer. Y'all look at if you step to the side there, baby, something wrong there. Ah, there we go. So what is that called? Ending character, right? Yeah, just remember. Okay, now finish. Is that it on that?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Okay. You understand that, right?
Okay.
So we have that in Assyrian, correct?
Right.
Okay, that's good. We have the earth and the sea. All right, go ahead and erase that. Yeah. And underline. All right, I want y'all to work on Matayala, Lakamawan, Kalatazab, who else? Ratazak, and Nayar. Work on this one. Here's the next one. Work on this phrase. The one in green. Work on the one in green there. That's good enough. You can monitor that. Work on this one here. Hold on to it. You don't need it. Work on this one here. Take your time. I mean, it's no hurry. Take your time and tell me what this phrase is. They can see that pretty good,
Yeah, they see.
right? Excuse me. That's a long phrase, but take your time and write down the transliteration in English of what it is. We have ancient Hebrew here. Ancient Hebrew, you must write the English first. And of course, if you're looking at it for the first time, you're wondering, and you're saying, man, what do they got written on the board? Well, you have to learn the Hebrew chart. Turn that camera just a little bit this way, toward me and pick me up just a little bit there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know how you do it. Yeah, that it? Yeah, that's good enough right there. You have to learn the water. You have to learn your chart. You have to learn the Lashawan Kwadas chart. It's just like if you were going to school and you were trying to teach somebody how to read. Well, they cannot learn how to read until they learn their alphabet. In this case, they cannot learn until they learn the Hebrew characters. And of course, the connectors come later. Then you can put sentence phrases together. But I've seen people catch up all in one day. I've seen Lakamawan, Kalatazad, Nayar, everybody just catch up. Kazamar, all of them. Including me, all of us. We catch up, no matter who it is. Anybody in I.S.U.P.K had to start from learning this Hebrew chart.
Right.
They had to. Well, once you learn the Hebrew chart, it's like learning the alphabet in English. Right? That's why we go over it every week so people can catch it in the video for the first time who've never been in class, and they want to know, well, what are these squiggly lines up here?
Right.
These squiggly lines are what you would call your alphabet. That's what, in this case, we will call them our, what? Characters. The Hebrew characters. That's what they are. So I want you guys to tell me what this phrase means I think was that Lakabawan had it and Kalapazar had it, right?
Right.
We'll clap it up for them. They had the earth and the sea. Clap it up for them. Exactly right. And so, and then in order to understand that, they'd have to write it out. They wrote Ha'aratazah Wahayam. Ha'aratazah Hayam. Ha'aratazah Wahayam.
Right.
The earth. Ha'aratazah. The earth. Wa and Ha the Yam. Sea. Ha'aratazah Wahayam.
Right.
And that's what they're saying.
Right.
They're saying the earth and the sea when you said that. It's just a phrase I put together, that's all. You know. It's like it. So that's what we're trying to get you guys to go ahead and work on that one. It's a longer phrase. You take your pencil and your paper and you go to work on it. Give you guys time. It's like it. Water. Somebody got a water now? Who's that? All right. All right. So, like I said, people, we're looking for this phrase here. You know, what does it mean? Y'all get your likes up and share the class, right? Y'all sharing the class there? Like and share the class. But work on your, let's work on it. Like I said, we're working on this phrase here. In order to write it, you have to write it down, get a pencil and paper and write it down in English. And it's a longer phrases every week. And I told you we graduate to phrases and sentences. And to do that, you're going to have prepositions and nouns and adjectives and possessive adjectives, all kinds of things. And we'll get close. We'll try to get close as we can. Huh? You're still looking for it? We'll give them time. It's not a problem. But that's how you learn. That's how you learn your. Now we're putting our Lashwan Quadash Holy Tongue chart, because you have to know these. And you know, and if you don't know from memory, at least you know them from the chart. So what's this spot? They can see everything behind me, right? Right. You have to know that chart, man. You got to know that Lashwan Quadash chart in order to understand what we're doing. And that's how you do it. And we'll give you guys some more time, you know, because it takes time sometimes to make sure. I don't like to rush people. I don't like to rush classes, because that's how you make mistakes. You know, like I see a lot of these Edomites out here in these classes. What they do is try to rush, like as if the sun is ready to go down, it's imminent, and they gotta get everything written out. Hey, you gotta listen. Once you get it, you get it. Once you understand it, you understand it. Right. And you don't have to go around rushing things. That's what's wrong now. You know, people time limit on tests. they put a time limit on tests, and then people never get it because they never learn what you wanted them to learn. Teach them. Take the time, because once they got it, the speed gets faster and faster. You got people in class trying to speak Lashon Kodash like it's getting ready to fall off the cliff. You know, just take your time. You get tongue tangled very easily.
Right.
I mean, I know I've done it. You know, all of us, all we like sheep have gone astray, right?
Right.
Well, let's turn back to the Lashon Kodash way. Take your time, in other words. That's what I'm saying. This stuff is, you know, we have to crawl before we can walk fast on this. These charts, I mean, you know, there's no hurry. You know, we got time. There's next week. You know, that's the next hour. That's the next day. You study the Lashon Kodash chart every day and learn the chart, and you'll get it. We got anybody with the answers over there?
Nah.
Because that's what we're doing. In a few minutes, we'll give them what? I don't care, 10 more minutes? Don't matter to me. But that's what we have, because the one up there we have, the one above there, we had the earth and the sea. Right. And somebody wrote that out, Ha'aratazah Wahayam. That means all they have to do then is go look it up when they see it written down. If you read that in the Tanakh, and you'll see it, you'll understand.
Right.
And then you'll grow from there. That's what we're trying to do, you know. Trying to teach people how to make phrases and sentences out of the data that's given to them, like prepositions and nouns. You can put any nouns up there, man. And then prepositions, like and I'm giving you some prepositions up here. Some more prepositions that we have, you know, like the different prepositions that you can have is like nawa for hour. We have ba for I, ba for in, da for do, ha for the, wa for en, ya for he, ka,
Right.
as alike, ha kawa. We have la for to, right? Ma for of or from, sha, whom, which pertain to, da for thou or thee, kawa for as.
Right.
Okay? And of course, you use those to your advantage, not your disadvantage. These help you, right? Your possessive adjective, you have me, my, that means ya. You say you, your is ka, that's masculine, for his, and then wa, for his, and her, for ha, and our, for nawa, your, for kam, you, for kam, that's masculine plural and female plural, kam and kan. Okay, and then you have their, ma, masculine, and their, na, for feminine.
Right.
So that's what you learn once you get those and learn them. You have to study that. I mean, it doesn't just come to you. And then of course, I'm teaching you how to use it because it was taught to me.
Right.
So if you take your time and use it, right? Any more? Okay. We'll give them 5 more minutes. If they don't have it, then we'll write it out for them, okay?
Yeah.
Just maybe somebody might be taking a yayan or a mayam break.
Right.
Water and wine. They could be taking family time. Who knows, man? Right?
Right.
All right. We're giving you 5 more minutes, guys, out there, as we're learning our prepositions, our nouns. A few more minutes here for understanding. Okay. Then we'll write it out. I think we'll write it the same way we did before. I think we'll write it, I don't know. we can write it on the top. We'll just move the earth and sea up a little bit, right? Or we'll move the earth and sea over there, and then we'll write it on top of here, okay?
Okay, come.
Still people, okay, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and explain it to them because they, as they write. Okay, first thing I want you to do is to write the earth and the sea over there in front of that on 2 lines, yeah. So that they can see what we've done, you know, just take your
Is it
time.
in 2 lines? Like,
Yeah, 2 lines, yeah. But you're not gonna be able to write it in 1 line. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. The earth and the sea, that's the transliteration that we've done up there in English, and of course we've written it in the ancient Hebrew, man, along with connectors. I like to do it in the ancient Hebrew because it's more pure. Those connectors make the understanding of what you're writing, you know, it doesn't leave anything out. You go ahead and erase that. All right, let's write down. You go ahead and decipher that, right? Go ahead and transliterate what you got here. Do a transliteration of that right there. And let me see. You can write it out to the side over there for that matter. On many lines as you need. Yeah.
English?
Yeah. Write it in English. Yeah, you can do that. You can do it that way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, write it out and write it out and you got to write it out what this is. You don't see the up there. You see what? Ha. Write down exactly what that is. No, you just write. Go over there where you were. Right there. There you go. You got to write down in English. Now we read that in English as ha. No matter how you put it, right? All right. Now go ahead and finish.
Yeah.
Is that a ya? Did I write that?
I did.
Yeah. What is that? Make that a Z. I probably did a ya there. Yeah, I did. I made a mistake. Yeah, make it a Z. It's a Z, yeah. I wrote it down as ya. I apologize to everybody. Salaki. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, it's my fault. If they got that one wrong, then it'll be my fault. There you go.
Okay,
Right. I was writing something that looked like a Z down, but that wasn't right. Okay, there you go. All right.
You got ha, za, they got right.
Is that one word?
It is 1 word.
Okay, we'll make it 1 word. Make it 1 word. Make it 1 word. You make it 2 words. Right now, you're making it 2 words.
Right now?
That's what it look like to me. See these dots right here?
Right.
Inclusive of those 2 dots, then what is that?
Right.
Look at that. What does that say? Why are you trying to make it 2 words?
Right.
Okay. Well, why are you spacing it out?
Oh, so like,
It's 1 word, right?
you said za, right?
And what does the board say?
Okay.
These dots tell you where the words are.
Right.
Okay, what does this say here? Yeah, there you go. And why were you scared to write that word out?
No, I'll take
All right, go ahead. I just took it. All right, and then see the dots. I put the dots there so you can see the differences there.
Right.
They include, you know, what a word is. All right, now what is that?
Okay.
You got a dot there, so there must be something there.
Right.
It's a whole nother word, right?
Right.
All right, good.
Yeah.
And you need some room for that, because that's a whole word. See that whole word there? You ain't gonna be able to put it in that space, are you? That's all right. Go ahead. There you go.
over here, you're gonna need, erase that all the way back to that A. The A is good.
Is it?
The A is good. Erase the other part of it. All the way back to the other A. Now, see this right here? What is this right here? That's ah, right? What is, ra, right? So you got the ra, right? And then you got ra, yasha. Do we even have that up there? We're missing an A, aren't we? Ya, sha, ra. We need a, we're missing something here. Right there, erase that. Let me see. Yeah, we need a, see, we need a missing an ah, aren't we? That's what's missing. So, there we go. You got space to do? Yeah, there you go. Now make it. There we go. That's what it should look like. So I made a mistake in there. All right, let's do the connectors on there. Raw, independent. And then, yeah, we missed that A. Now go back and do that over there.
Yes.
See, yeah, it'll catch you. It'll always catch you. In other words, I forgot to put an A right there, an ah right there, right? So what's the ah look like? How do you make a ah?
Said
How do you write this right here?
A-H.
A-H, there you go. And then what else?
Now, L-A. Allah.
Yeah, in this case, actually really, now put independent to make that happen. In order to get that la out of there, because if you didn't, you would have your all.
Right.
So Allah, that's better. That's my mistake totally. I just did that off the top of my head. Period. All right, what's this?
All right. I'm.
Yeah. You got any room? Yeah, go ahead, put it down right there. Okay, good.
Okay. Then, Nawa.
That's what it looks like. That's not why?
No.
No, you're right here.
Oh.
Yeah, I see what it is. There's a whole lot of mistakes in this one. There we go. I made a few mistakes on that one. Did I get the point?
Right.
Now that's one word, right? You making about 3 words there. This is one word.
I'm Nawa.
That's one complete word. There you go. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's a word. What does it mean? Now, go ahead. Now write down up here what it means. You gotta write it up here what it means. Kinda, you got, write down all that. Write down this. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I made about 2, maybe 3 mistakes on that. So if they made mistakes, I would understand. And I forgot connectors. I forgot a whole character. The did I not? And I could have written down, okay. Yeah, all right, now, what I got written down here is Hazarama Yasharala Anoa. Okay? And Hazara Mayasharala Mayasharala. Probably a ha on the end. We'll leave it like that. And Anoa. What does that mean?
The seed of Israel, our people.
Yeah, and I could have put is our people, but how we talk. We talk the seed of Israel, our people, man.
Right.
And that's how we write, right? Our people.
Okay.
And who is the seed of Israel? Who they talk? What is that talking about? I mean, the 12 tribes, right?
Right.
Who is the seed of Israel? Us, 12 tribes, right?
Thanks.
So when we write Ha, Zarai, explain that. Explain it right up there.
Oh, this right?
Right.
Okay. Okay, ha.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, ha is the, which is a
Ha's the.
is the, which is a preposition. Then it's a right.
Okay, that's the, right? Preposition?
Right.
Put it up there. And matter of fact, here, put it in another, put it in blue.
Okay, so yeah, preposition.
Right, it's a preposition. The, okay? All right,
And then you got,
now what we got?
then you got seed, which is a right, which is a noun.
So now, the seed. So we're saying that the seed is what? It's a man's what? Sperm, right?
Right.
So when we say the seed, that's how you know we're Israel. You know, you don't just wake up one day and say, I'm part of Israel. Well, if you're not of the seed of Israel, our people, then you ain't part of them 12 tribes, are you?
Right.
So go ahead and finish up. So that's, the seed is a noun. You got to be one of these sperms.
Right. Right.
Some male sperm. What about the female?
She don't have it.
She ain't got what?
She don't got seed.
She ain't got what?
Seed.
All right then.
Right.
So it's a male. Go ahead, finish up.
All right. You got of, which is ma, which is also a preposition.
Preposition, go ahead. Okay. Well, you can, and there's another last, we could have said shawl, but that is,
All right.
that's a word named shawl that says, but we're going to use a preposition here.
Right.
The seed of Israel,
Right.
because it's coming before Israel,
Right.
and it's the preposition before Israel. So we say of Israel. All right, go ahead.
Okay. You got Israel,
Mm-hmm.
which is Yasharala.
Yasharala. Yeah.
And Yasharala is that's a noun.
Noun. It's like person, place, and thing, right?
Right.
That's a place, isn't it?
It's just, yeah.
Right. It's a noun. Then.
And you got our, which is ein.
You got what now?
You got the word our.
Our is not I'm.
Ein.
Figure it out. What is our?
Our. That's like a possessive.
It's a what?
It's possessive.
No.
Right?
Well, yeah, it is. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Yeah, our is. Yeah, you're right.
But what word is it?
So what is it?
Our.
Where is our? Where is our up here? You see it?
I don't know which one it is.
Okay. Nawa.
No one.
Yeah, Nawa.
Okay.
Okay, put up right up there in front of our, up above it. It is a possessive adjective, P-A. We use like P period A, I think. It's a possessive adjective. That means it's going to do what? It's going to hold on to the possession of the word what?
People.
People. Because is it our people, your people, his people? We're saying our people or Nawa.
Right.
That's what this means. Nawa. So when you say our, point to now, underline Nawa down there. Underline that. Nawa. That is, go ahead and put like hour above it, just so since you are below it, however you want to do it. That's our. Now what's I'm? What's left?
Okay, now I'm is Nawa.
I'm is what?
That's like
What's I'm?
I'm.
What is I'm?
I'm is. It's not how. It's not how.
Huh?
It's like I'm confused.
Confuse yourself.
Okay.
Why are you confused? Because our is coming before people?
Right.
Because a possessive adjective in our language is in the Hebrew language is written after.
Okay.
Remember, all possessive adjectives are written after the noun.
Right. Right.
That's why you put, when you say Abba Nawa, you say our father, but it's in the English language you read it before our people. So now you're saying I'm Nawa.
I'm Nawa.
I'm Nawa.
Which is our.
Yeah.
Okay.
When you say, like when you say the Lord's Prayer, Abba Nawa, our Father. Right here you're saying I'm Nawa, our people.
Right. Okay.
Got it?
Come on.
So that's why it's kind of a little hesitant
Right.
on your behalf, because you see English written down like our possessive adjective. So where is people at?
Okay. People.
What word up there represents people?
Is it let's see.
What word represents our?
I'm Nawa.
Our is say it again.
I'm Nawa.
I'm Nawa means what?
Means our people.
Okay, so what word represents?
Our. I mean people. Nawa. Nawa.
What does Nawa read up on the board? What does Nawa say?
It's like I'm.
Let's clap it up for him. Yeah. That's people. Go ahead and write that down. You deserve to write that one down. Write people down under there. I mean, you got it up there too, but yeah, just write it down. It's I'm. Yeah, you can write it underneath it, whatever. And because it looks like an English word,
Right.
that's why. And Nawa is what?
Nawa.
Our.
It's
Right,
our.
right Nawa up there.
Right.
Right. No, you wrote our, right Nawa. I mean, I do it all. I make as many mistakes as I do things right. That's why I eventually gonna get it all right.
Right.
So it's backwards, but in other words, Nawa, a possessive adjective in our language, fall in the Hebrew language,
Right.
always goes in back of the noun. So what is people?
People is I'm.
And what is that? A noun?
Oh, that's that's
Okay,
it.
put a noun, put an N up there. Okay, and we've discovered that we always take the possessive adjective and put it in back of the what? Of the noun or the description of what you're trying to describe or the possession that you're trying to make.
Right.
You can say our apple, our house. You can say Bayafnawa, like our house.
Right.
You know, Bayafnawa. You can say a whole lot of different things.
Right.
Our earth, you know, Ratazanawa. There's a whole lot of things you can say. But Nawa is what?
It's a possessive adjective.
And it goes in back of the thing it's trying to possess.
Right.
In this case, people, right?
Right.
So you want to say what? You want to say Nawa I'm or I'm Nawa?
I'm Nawa.
Now you got it? And it's a hard concept to understand, but that's why we have this up here.
Right.
So people can see. Can they see this up there? So people can see. Yeah, they can see. So people, cars, Amar, officer, so people can see all of that, you know, the preposition, the noun, the preposition, the noun, the possessive adjective, the noun. So people can say, the seed of Israel, our people.
Right.
You know, that's a phrase, right?
Come on.
So we can put like you know, let's put an exclamation up there or a period.
Right. Right.
I mean, you can put parentheses, exclamation points in English.
Right.
How the hell they do it? But, and when you say, Ha'arataza wahayam, the earth and the sea, that's a phrase.
Right.
And it still could be considered, if you're writing, you know, or you want to say something, that can be considered you not. You understand though, right?
Okay.
So and I let you work it out because the possessive adjective always goes in back. Well,
Right.
where does the preposition go? In front
Right.
of Israel, the seed.
Right. Right.
All right? Or you can say, how would you say our seed?
Our seed.
Mhm.
Okay. What's the word for seed?
There you go.
Zarai.
Uh-huh. How would you say our seed?
Okay, you would say Nawa Zarai. No. Zarai Nawa.
Ah, clap it up for it. Write it down. Write that down. Write our seed.
Okay. Right.
All right. Now you write. How would you say that in Hebrew?
Okay.
Write the word for that. Transliterate that. That how you write it in Hebrew?
Oh, you want to work this out?
Write it in Hebrew. Yeah. Now you read it in English. How would you write that in Hebrew?
Okay, seed, which is Nawa Zarai. I mean Zarai Nawa.
Dude, write that down. If that's what it is, write that. That's all I'm really asking you is it will either be in English or Hebrew. So how do you write that? There you go. Yeah, go ahead. No, I mean that's right. Just write it bigger. There. No, you trying to write it backwards? Write it frontwards?
Yeah, I'm going to lift the rest like.
No. Go ahead and write it. I didn't mean that. Write it in English first.
Oh, okay.
Our seed. Yeah, I'm sorry. See,
Okay.
you got our seed, so go ahead and write it in English. This is my fault. It's what I said.
Zarai.
Yeah, you got it. Why you got that so small? Go ahead. I'll take that. Zara what?
Nawa.
Go ahead. And it's one word,
Oh, okay.
right? It's one word. Okay, there you go. Now you can transliterate that in the Hebrew, yeah. Because you've written it in English, you've already done it.
Right.
But you now put the Hebrew characters to it. That's,
Oh, okay.
yeah, go ahead and do that one. Maybe it's the way I was saying it, I'm sorry. It's lock There you go. Mm-hmm. All right. That's right. So far you right.
Okay.
And that's one word, right?
Oh, okay.
So go ahead. Now you want to write, and it's kind of writing back, but it's confusing at first, man, when you do stuff like that.
Right.
That's right.
Oh,
No, it's not. Yeah, it's not. It's independent. And why is it independent?
Because
Why are they? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
it's like a.
Go ahead.
No, it's like I don't know.
Okay, no, you're right because you want to say nawa. Because if you wrote nawa with a dependent, you would leave off the ah on the wa
Right. Okay.
because you would need it. But this case, the na gets the full what?
Uh,
Full sound.
right.
The wa gets the full what?
The full sound. Because it would have been just now.
And now, exactly. That's 100% right what you just said.
Right.
It would have just been now. You would have had zara now.
Right.
So we want to say nawa. And that's how you know sort of where, this is kind of one of your first lessons here of understanding
Right.
how you really form these words.
Right.
If you would have said, it's our seed, it's Israel is our seed, so you write Zoranawa. If you would have written if you would have written that Nawa, like I did up here by accident once, twice, millions of times, that would have been No, but it's Nawa. You have to. That's how you understand it. And now it's easily understood. If you write that in Assyrian, you would never know.
Right.
You think about it, because it wouldn't be back there. Or you'd have to write an A back there.
Right.
But that's not how you spell that. But that's better. That's more correct in Hebrew written right left. So now you know, what do we learn here? We learned that possessive adjectives take hold of the possession of the noun,
Right.
that is, or thing, person, place, or thing that is trying to describe possession to, right?
Like
Our, yeah. You don't want to say the, it's our.
Right.
It's all of us, 12 tribes of Israel. That's how you know when we read the Bible, when we read words like that, when the Lord's describing things to us, he's saying words like our nation, our people,
Right.
you know. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, I was about to say my people's like.
Yeah, or my people who are called by my name.
Right.
And that's a whole nother word. How would you write my people? How would you write it? Let's think about it. How would you write mine? So you want to find out how do you write my? Okay,
In Hebrew.
it's Yah,
Yeah.
right above there.
Right.
Yeah, somewhere in there. Over there. Yeah. Yah. Yah is mine. Just write it out first in English. Yah. And then write, what's the word for people? I am right. Go ahead and write that. Yeah. Now write it. Yeah. Okay. Now go ahead and write it if you got room. You gotta write it. You gotta write these things so you can make room, right? So kind of move it up a little bit then.
I gotta keep this.
No, just here. Let me help you out here. Let me see that. Right here, just like this. Right? Right?
Right.
And then now what you want to do is what we want to write now. What does that say?
That's
My
mine.
people, right?
People.
So you want to write Yah, my people. This would be like, I can do like this. This is my people, right?
Right.
Now if you want to write, what is this right? Now we want to write what? Let's write that in the Hebrew, right?
Right.
Yah. How you write a Yah?
Yeah. What are you talking about? Yeah.
Right? So now, but you want to write people first, right? So you want to say, I'm Yah. Right? That's a Z. Now what does that say? I'm Yah. My people?
People.
Because now, why did I put the Yah in back of I am?
Because it's a possessive adjective.
It's a possessive adjective,
Right.
right? Let's clap it up for that brother up there. Yeah, so right up there in front of Yah is PA. Got it? Okay, and people is a noun, of course.
Right.
So you always put what? You always put the possessive adjective in back of the noun. So in this case, I'm Yah.
Right.
Is that right that I have up there? That Yah? That's a Yah, isn't it?
Consonant.
I'll make it look better than that. I don't know. I got it looking like Z almost. Kind of lay it down a little flatter. There we go. Anya. Okay. Almost sound like another word.
Right.
Is that, wait a minute, is that, yeah, that's a yah. Is that a yah?
But there's a,
Yes,
it's
yah.
a stereo concept.
Yes, yah. It looks funny. But that's what it is. Okay? Do we have, let's see, how much more time we have? We have time for, yeah, we're almost done, right? Let's do this one. Erase the top half of that. And this will be the last one, okay?
Step in.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I made a couple mistakes on that one. Use that at people. Yeah, erase that. And you can kind of leave something up there. Oh, I mean, you can erase it all for that matter, because people have got that written down by now. I'll just, okay. Now go ahead and write this one down. Write this down. Sha. Shaka. Sha. Let's write a sha down. Follow me. Ka. Ha. 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 Do a connector right there for that one. And write ah, ya, and a na. A na. Yeah. And go ahead and erase this right here so people, kind of get a crowd up there. Get a little crowded there. Yeah, there you go. All right, what we got? Okay. We gotta write this one down too. Write it underneath, yeah. La, ya, ya and la. On the connectors there. There you go. All right, and then put a period there, spacer there. That's what I call it. And then a ya and a ma. Okay. I don't know if people still out there looking at that, but you go ahead and do it. Erase that over there so you can have some room to do it. Right. For people who are looking in the audience, what we want you to do is do a transliteration of what this is. It's a phrase, right? So let's figure out what this phrase means. Right? So you go ahead and do it. Just write it to the side. Yeah. No. Just write down what you see. If you didn't have that over there, then just write down what you see there. What is that?
Okay. Got the sha.
Well, yeah. But you don't want to write it there, do you? You need some room to write that, so start over there. There you go. Oh, even further. Even further. You need plenty of room to write this. Okay, go ahead. Oh, you're trying to write, start about right there. Yeah, because since you want to write the shot, go ahead. Go ahead, just write it big enough.
I guess.
Well, I see what you're doing now. All right, go ahead.
Sha.
Right.
Ka.
Right. I think that's one word, right? Use your, here, keep this What is that? Shaka, na? What's the na? Where's the na? Bass looks like. Okay, now what? And then you got a dot there. I think it's a dot there. Okay, now what? That's a whole nother word, right? All right, go ahead. And see, what we're doing is trying to make sure we understand how to transliterate something in phrases. Well, first we got to learn how to decipher what we're writing down. We got to transliterate the phrases. Okay, all right, down on the next line. Go ahead. Give yourself some room because we're going right above them. Below them, sorry. A little bit more room. Down, yeah, there you go. But you want to write something, you know.
Right.
Go ahead. This ain't there, I'm sorry. Now, go ahead.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it's one word. Okay, what's next?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead. It's one word because there's really no dot there. So that's one of the hardest things to understand is for me, even me, to understand it too. All right. All right. So what we got? Shaka, ayan, Allah, yal, yum. What is that down there on yum? I don't know what that is. All right. Now, what does this mean? Shaka. What does ayan mean?
Ayan.
Here it is.
I
Don't.
don't.
Yeah, go ahead and write that up above it. Yeah, you can do that. I mean, since you want to write it, it's small, man. Can they read that? Go ahead and erase it. Make it large so people can see it. Why not? Just pencil and paper, right?
Right.
There you go. Don't or do not, right? Don't what?
Don't worship.
Yeah. There we go. Okay, and then what's the last word?
Idols.
Yeah. It's idols, isn't it?
Okay.
Okay, and how do we know that's idols? Underline the word Allah, y'all. You see the word God in there, right? That's their gods. Okay, now what's Yam? It's plural, isn't it?
Right.
Okay. Yeah, put a PL for plural there, or above it, and kind of point to it there. Yeah, you can write it out. You can just put. That ain't how we spell plural though. Either A or just PL, one or the other. That's plural is PLURAL.
I ain't know it's
Yeah, close enough. And put a period there. So then they'll agree this. Okay. Yam is plural for what?
It's plural for idols.
And idols. So
Right.
it's plural for idol.
Plural for idol.
And then the S makes it plural. So we say ala yalyam. So the Most High don't want you worshiping idols, right? And ala yalyam, you'll see that somewhere in the Tanakh somewhere. And you say shaka. What is that?
Okay, it's
And first of all, I'm sorry, what is ayan?
ayan,
Yeah.
don't.
Don't. So what is this sentence saying?
Don't worship idols.
Don't worship idols, right? Right.
Right.
Because, and what are some of the idols that Israel worship?
Shoot. Worship, what's the matter? The, cobblestone,
Cobblestone in Mecca.
the wooden cross.
Lord have mercy. Cobblestone in Mecca. What else?
That wooden cross.
Wooden cross, right?
And, Sheba.
Sheba, right?
All kind of stuff like that.
And what else?
Buddha.
Buddha. Oh, have mercy. That's what the Most High don't want you to do, right?
Right.
People do it all the time, right?
Right.
And what else? Any more? There's some more. You know there is.
Yeah,
I mean, it's smoking cigarettes,
right.
smoking dope. They idolize that, man. And then I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just saying that is that.
You can idolize a woman. You can idolize almost anything. But that's the Most High says what? Don't worship idols. And that's because they'll take you away from the Most High, right?
Right.
Right. That's what he's trying to say. So he tell us not to, right? And in other words, how do you worship? Let's get a precept in the Bible, right?
Okay.
When it says, we'll just look at it in Exodus for that matter, right?
Right.
What the Bible says. Let's see what it says, man. It says, read that. What we got?
Got it. Exodus 20:2. I am the Lord thy God, which I brought thee out of the land of Egypt.
Out of the land of Egypt. The Most High brought us out of the land of Egypt. And this is what he's trying to say. Because our people was full of worshiping idols. Why do you think we're in trouble right now here in this second Egypt in the United States? Go ahead, finish reading.
Okay. Out of the house of bondage.
Out of the house of what?
Of bondage.
We were in bondage in Egypt, right? And we are in bondage right here in the United States right now. Finish reading.
Thou shalt have no other gods before me.
No other what?
Gods.
No other idols.
Idols.
No other gods before me, right?
Right.
Those would be idols, wouldn't they? Those would
Okay.
be Allah, Yum.
Right.
Okay, go ahead. Finish reading.
Verse 4.
Right.
Thou shalt not make unto thee
Right.
any graven image.
A graven as an idol, right?
Right.
And then what is the idol? You was talking about the cobblestone and,
Right.
and Mecca, man, people walking around. Some rock that fall out of the sky, right? And what else?
Or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above.
In other words, they people will worship anything they see. The Most High didn't tell you to do that.
Right.
Yeah, and then they got the wood, and what does the cross represent here in the United States? That's got a lot of people idolizing that. What is that?
Representing Caesar Borgia.
Yeah, well,
Oh,
the
of
cross
course,
represents
I
what?
got all the Bible.
Yeah.
But the cross represents
The church.
right.
And
Christian church.
who is the head of the Christian church here in America? Who did they put in front of YAHANNA?
They put
Caesar Borgia, right? That is one of the biggest idols that you're gonna have. That's all. Yeah. Caesar Borgia, right? That's why we're reading. What else we got?
All right.
Yeah.
Or that is in the earth beneath.
Or is the Aratazah beneath?
Right.
The Most High don't want you doing that. So they got idols down there.
Right.
So the Most High was all inclusive. And don't go down there 20,000 leagues in the sea trying to look for an idol.
Right.
Oh, I'm the Poseidon. I'm gonna work this idol. I'm gonna do this idol. What else they got in there? What does the Bible say? Read on.
I don't count. Or that is in the water under the earth.
In the water under the earth? Yeah. Okay. Shemayim's, those waters, man. Go ahead. What else?
Verse 5. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them.
Do not bow down thyself to them. Those are idols, man. And finish reading. Why? Go ahead.
Nor serve them.
Nor serve them. Don't even do that either. How you gonna serve? How would you serve them? People out here serving Caesar Borgia like it was out of style, man. I mean, like it was in style. I'm sorry.
Right.
And then how do you serve Caesar? How did those the Edomites up here? They serve Caesar Borgia and they get our people to try to worship some idol god.
Right.
And they use the white man, Caesar Borgia. That's a real person, right?
Right.
And who is Caesar Borgia?
Caesar Borgia is the son of the sixth Pope Alexander,
Is that right?
and he had the sex with his sister.
Yeah, sexy, yeah. We describing how he is, the creature, right?
Right.
He describing Caesar Borgia as a sick, incest and homosexual,
Right.
Leonardo da Vinci lover, and they made this food and this piece of abomination, this Edomite, white man. The white man's the devil, man.
Right.
And they made him a god. And that's what they got all our people running after, worship the master, worship him. The Most High does not want you to do that because he said what? He said, I say in here, don't worship what?
Don't worship idols.
And how do we say that? I.S.U.P.K Alayalya. Yeah, don't worship idols, man.
Right.
That ain't what the Most High told us to do. What, any more on that?
Come.
Yeah, go ahead.
For I, the Lord thy God, am a jealous God.
He said, look, the Most High, you make the Most High jealous when you take Caesar Borgia and try to put him up as anything other than what he is. Just a white devil is all he is.
Right.
And a wicked homosexual lover of Leonardo da Vinci. So the Most High say, toss that, burn that idol. We do it at camp all the time. We throw away those idols. This is not something the Most High wants you to work. Any more on that?
Come. Visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children.
Right.
Until
That's
the
enough.
third.
That's good enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah. That's the Most High don't want our people to worship. Let me see what we got. Don't want our people to worship idols and anything. I mean, we just named many of them.
Right.
Smoking, marijuana, doing drugs, man. Idolizing the cobblestone, the cross of the wicked Christian church, man, that they've done. And Caesar Borgia, don't worship him. These are the things that we need to get away from. We need to separate from these idol worshipers, man. Separate from America, because that's all they are. They don't understand. We need to separate from them. We don't need to be part of this wicked America, man. But we caught up here in Egypt right now, right? We caught up in here. Let me read one more text here.
Okay.
We caught up in here, not realizing that the Most High punishing us, man. He's saying, if you don't do what he says, if we didn't do, it said, read that verse. Tell them where you are. Right.
Deuteronomy 28:15.
Right.
But it shall come to pass,
It's gonna come to pass, man. Go ahead.
if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God,
Mm-hmm.
to observe and to do all his commandments
Right.
and his statutes, which I command thee this day,
Right.
that all these curses shall come upon
So
thee.
we under all the curses because we didn't keep the what? The Lord's statutes and what?
Law, statutes, and
Because
commandments.
we too busy worshiping idols, right?
Come.
Our people, the 12 tribes of Israel, we sitting up here. That's why the Most High say, come out of that. Come out of this Babylon. Keep reading.
Okay. That all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
And overtakes. And look at us, man. We're overtaking us. Slavery has overtaken us, man. But now, but what we've done is climb back out of that in the I.S.U.P.K.
Right.
to understand who we are. And so when we write sentences and phrases like this, don't worship idols, man. That's one of them. Any more on that?
Live, sir.
Okay, good. That's good enough for that. That just lets you know that we're gonna be cursed in the city, cursed in the field for anything that we've done,
Right.
because before disobeying the command. That's why the Lord gave us the laws, the statutes, and commandments.
Right.
That's why He told you to worship the Most High, to worship, to understand the commandments and to get them in your mind. That's why the Lord had to write a new law.
Right.
He had to write, I'm sorry, not a new law, Slocky. That's why he had to put the law into our hearts,
Right.
or our minds. You know, he had to put it inwardly into our body so we can understand what our mind,
Right.
how to reach the Most High, and that we already have it inside of us. The blacks, Hispanic, and Native Indians have the ability to follow the law. We got that, man. You got these other nations right here, man. All they do is rob, murder, steal. What else? And eat pork, eat shrimp, crab, and lobster. Then they coerce our people to do what? To do the same.
Right.
And that's why we're messed up right now. That's the reason why. It's all these curses upon us. So we need to get out of it. The only way you're gonna get out of these curses, is to basically follow the Most High. Get out of these commandments. I mean these commandments. Get back to the commandments. I'm sorry. Get back to the commandments, and that teach us to worship the Most High, and not worship all these idols.
Right.
So we're gonna clap it up for class, right? Turn the class over to Officer Kazamar.
Just the I.S.U.P.K security announcements. We are the I.S.U.P.K, start out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother or sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to sell themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person. He or she must get permission from the head to speak to a sister. Will court each other. After the 6 month period, a brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry, ties, which is a commandment. Numbers 18 to 21 / Malachi 3 and 8 through 10 means 10th in Hebrew, ma'ashara. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the Treasury Department. Priest fund. Free will offering for a priest, not mandatory whatsoever amount you would like, of holy convocations. Memorial of blowing of trumpets, the first day of the 7th month, Sunday, the 25th of September, 2022. Leviticus 23, 24 through the 25th. All right. Remind Akim and Aqua to check the bulletin board in the hallway. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black boots, shirt, headband, and scarf. And with that, shalom.
Clap it up for class.